Hi and welcome to Vox Singing Academy's video podcast number 25. And today again we have Ryan. And in today, how you doing today, Ryan?
How you going? Yeah, good, thanks.
Good. How's your week been?
Yeah, pretty good. Done a lot of vocal training this week and been doing a few more different songs that I'm not used to, and just working on my range, working on my crossing over range. It's been good.
Excellent.
Been good. Yeah, rehearsing a bit. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Ryan, we've got you in today to do a video podcast, and today's subject that we're going to be talking about is how to find and discover your own voice and personality. Okay. Before we start though, guys, if you like us, please subscribe to the channel below. Ding, 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 ding. You'll get a notification every time we put up a new video. We also have the 5-Minute Singer and Ask Vox Singing Academy YouTube channel as well too, where we answer questions, everything regarding the voice. They're great free tutorials there, so you can check that out as well too. Follow us on the normal social media. We also have a podcast channel as well too. You can find us on the podcast on all the big players: iTunes, Spotify, Google Play. So check us out if you want to listen to these podcasts and not watch our mugs. So let's sort of start our ugly mugs. Ugly in the morning, isn't that a song that we'll talk?
Oh, look at me, I'm ugly in the morning.
It's the Faith No More song there.
Yeah.
So,
yep.
But
Great song.
It is. Check it out. We've got Ryan's. You can check. It's a past video podcast that we've done about Ryan's favourite singers.
Yeah, I love that one.
Mike Patton.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's start this off here. Okay, it's a question that is widely asked to me by not just young people though, Ryan, by also middle-aged and older people that I don't know my voice and I don't know what genre I should be going into. So I think the number one point is, and this is not just with singing but in life, I think that you need to do what you love doing and a genre. It's no good going to singing lessons or a teacher or a parent says, hey, you'd be a great classical singer, or you'd be a great jazz singer, or you'd be a great whatever it is singer.
Yeah.
You need to enjoy what you're doing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So a genre that really makes your heart sing. That's really where the saying comes from.
Yeah.
So you really want to enjoy what you're doing first and foremost. I think that's the biggest thing about finding your voice. Just discover what you like doing, and even if you like to do numerous styles, that's totally fine as well too. You know, you can go and do that. As we were talking about, Mike Patton does many genres, covers many genres within Faith No More, and all of his career as well too with what he does, from crooning to pop to rock to R&B with Easy to hard rock, metal, screaming. Everything's in Faith No More. So it's great. I think first and foremost is to find a genre that you really like. That's what I think that you need to do.
Yeah.
And then I think you need to be accepting of your own voice, the range of your voice.
Yeah.
Okay.
True.
Okay. Your range, and your personality or the sound of your voice.
Yeah.
I know the first time that I ever recorded myself, I remember going, "Whoa, is that my voice?"
Yeah.
And you know what? A lot of people go, "Oh God, I actually thought my voice was cool." I go, "I've got a cool voice. I think I've got a cool voice singing." So it wasn't like a lot of people go, "I had my voice recorded for the first time. I didn't like it." I was kind of opposite. I went, "I think I sound cool or good." You know what I mean? Because I was expected to hear it back the first time and go, "Oh my God, that's awful. I'm all over the place and there's pitching and I need more lessons or whatever it is." So I think that's a really big one is be accepting of yourself and what your voice can do, its capabilities and the tone, and recording yourself doing that. I think that's a big thing. I also think it's a really big thing in today's society as well too, Ryan, where we are so inspired by other people and peer group pressure and what other people are doing, and this is especially with younger people, that what they're wearing, if one what they're saying, what they're listening to, what they're eating. That's really a big thing. Where there's so much peer group pressure, but I can't probably reiterate strongly enough is I think being self-aware self-awareness is a huge asset to have, and I think it needs to be taught, especially in high schools.
Yes.
To be self-aware and to be yourself and be accepting and loving of yourself and what you are and your style and what you like to sing and what you like to do. This is going hand in hand, being accepting of yourself, but also we're going deeper into where it comes from. Just don't go and follow a genre of music because all the other kids are into it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do what you like and listen to what you like, because then it's going to be easier for you to follow your passion. Okay, and I also think that's extremely important, because when the going gets tough, that's your passion is what pulls you through.
Yeah. Yep.
It is. Because if the going gets tough and you haven't got the passion, you're just going to go, I'm done.
Yeah.
And how many times in our lives have we ourselves, or we've seen people doing or start things and then they've lost what they call, I lost the passion for it, I lost the drive for it.
Yeah.
And that's really what I think it was from the start. And look, hey, I know that people change within their lives, okay, and we develop different interests, but I think in the hard times, that's what sort of pulls you through is being true to yourself, and not listen and take people's advice, but be true to yourself. Even if your parents or your friends are saying, "Hey, do this down there," be true to yourself. Listen to your heart. Listen to the genre that you want to listen to, and follow your heart. I think that's a really big thing is to do that. So, but finding your own voice is really, I think, to start off with is, and I not just the voice. I would probably like to say this to all people, young and old, is try as many things as you can.
Yeah, different genres.
Yeah, but even in life, try motorbike riding and then try rock climbing, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And find what you really love.
Yeah.
And make it your job.
And then have the courage, or have the I'm going to do it, because sometimes it's scary doing what you love. I think that is anyway. Some people might find that.
It is. Well, it's exactly. We are always scared about what other people are going to say, and mainly the people that are closest to us.
Yeah.
Our family and close friends about, if I start this, what are they going to say? And then the biggest fear is if I fail. If I've said this, if I put it out there and I fail. I think failure is a great thing, because I think that if you fail, you are one step closer to accomplishing your dreams.
Yeah.
Okay? And it's the way you look at it. So a failure is either a stepping stone or a stumbling block.
Yeah.
You've either got to learn from it or So that's a really big thing.
Yeah, it's funny hearing you talk about all that. Like when I was expression was a big thing for me when I was getting more and more into singing, and I didn't even know what genre I wanted to sing. I was just singing because I wanted to express.
Yep.
So I think the bands that I listened to when I was younger, so Faith No More, Silverchair, Nirvana, Foo Fighters, all hard, all real high energy, singing really strongly, belting, throwing, screaming, all that sort of stuff. It was just because I needed to vent it. I was venting. I was like expressing all this stuff. I was like, that's what I wanted to do, because it felt good after it. I felt energized. It brought me out of a funk. Every time I sang, I felt funky.
You felt good.
If I felt funky, another word for saying like depressed.
Yeah.
But as soon as I would go and sing like a bit of Silverchair, a bit of Mike Patton, I'd feel good at the end. I'd feel energized. I'd be like, yes, I've got it. Yeah, I've got it. So like that was how when you got into it a lot more, I guess, because I just wanted to express how and feel good after it as well.
Just taking that back a little bit, there are actually scientific studies that when you sing, it increases your heart rate, and it releases endorphins, so it actually makes you feel good to sing.
Yeah.
And it uses your diaphragm. It's actually a physical thing, so you breathe deep, and you feel better after singing. Yeah. And I think, it is, if you're in a really good mood, you just sort of sing along at the house. Yeah. It's something that lifts your spirit, so I think it's a really good thing to also to express as well too. Yeah. I think, because there's not a song out there hasn't been written for some sort of emotion that you can relate to.
Yeah, that's I think, and the genre that I was into was all about angsty. Yeah. Raging Against the Machine. I don't have a choice. But anarchy, almost like sort of.
Again, that's the period, the period of life that you were in there.
Yeah.
So
and that helped point my compass a little bit more towards, expressing more than just one sound, Yeah. So.
I think that I was. I think that we were very lucky in Australia. I know that me growing up, I used to listen to a lot of radio, and so I would always flick different radio stations. So you always have the commercial radio stations, but we were very lucky, and we're still very lucky to have 3 PBS here, which is an independent radio, Melbourne radio station, and also Triple R, which is, they're just Melbourne radio stations, guys, so if you can get them on the internet, please. But I remember listening to those 2 stations, and Triple J as well too, and hearing such a different cross-section of music, and especially back then, 3 PBS would have different segments at different nights. So I remember just tuning in going, they'd have the country and western nights, then they'd have the rock nights, then they'd have the punk night, and then they'd have the alternative night, and then they'd have the blues night, and then they'd have the folk night. And it was really interesting. Sometimes I just put it on and just go, wow. And sometimes it'd be garbage, sometimes I go, nothing. But sometimes I go, wow, that's great. It really made me, I think that really made me appreciate, and especially when I was living in the United States, it made me appreciate the different genres, because when I was living in the United States, country and western, country was huge over there. And I'm talking massive.
Right, okay.
Like, there was MTV, this is free, free, MTV first. But when I was there were 2 country music channels. One was called the Country Music Channel, and another one was called something else. That's how big it was over there. And I come from Australia, and we had just sort of rock it. That's what. And it was huge over there.
We had Recovery.
Yeah, and
on Channel 2.
But that was like different. And I remember watching the Country Music Channel, and it was so diverse. I was going, that could probably nearly go into pop. Or that's more so bluegrass. And it was very, very different. So that really opened my eyes up to a lot of different genres, and especially in America, blues is huge as well too. You go down south, New Orleans, Georgia, Carolina, all down that area there. It's all Texas.
I'd love to go
bluesy. So it really opened my mind up to a lot of different things, and then I remember going to Mexico for the first time when I was, I don't know how old I was. I don't know, 20, and seeing a mariachi band for the first time live on the street. I just went, whoa, this is off the chain. And it was it was great. And I know that I have lots of different friends that have just got their pockets of things that they like. Do you know what I mean? It's like, I really like. I think I've got a saying with myself. There's 2 forms of music, good and bad. There's good country, there's bad country. There's good rap, there's bad rap.
Okay, that's the easy way of thinking of it.
Yeah, there is. There's some theatre that I really love. There's some theatre that I'm going, this is putting me to sleep. So it's like that, know. So it is. So I think that's in every genre. The cream rises to the top. But let's not get too far away from what we're supposed to be talking about here. Let's go back to, if you're just started singing, again, go to what you were saying. Enjoy what you're doing. make sure it feels good. Try some different genres. Listen to different genres. Go and listen to 3PBs, listen to country. Go through your parents' record collection. I know that I got my education from going through, that was my first musical education, was going through their vinyl. I remember the vinyl collection that my parents had underneath the record player.
Yeah, I was CD still, I think, when I was growing up. CD just came in, but I remember Simply Red, of all performers.
Amazing.
Yeah, he's a great singer. And
Amazing
John
songs.
Farnham, Queen, that was on all the time. There's a whole bunch of different...
What a great upbringing you had, Ryan.
It was like, it was on all the time. We had the best stereo system you could get. Was it quadraphonic or something like that? There was these new speakers they came out with. These big,
I've heard of those.
These big box... It was like
I had the same as well too. The bigger the speaker back then, in the 80s, the bigger the speaker, the louder it was. But
we had it. Yeah, I grew up with a lot of similar stuff like that as well. So I feel blessed by that. And I guess I was always singing anyway. I wasn't talking much, but I was singing a lot, and secretly.
I think that you've got to enjoy it. And look, a lot of people do enjoy singing. So if you like singing, try some different genres, but then also try some different keys. I can't stress more highly enough than a lot of people come in, girls for instance, Ariana Grande, but she sings so high. Beyonce, she sings so high. Whitney Houston, whoever it might be. I remember when I first started teaching, I think I was talking to you about this today, is that the mid-90s were a huge learning curve for me as a singing teacher because we had Mariah Carey, Whitney Houston, Celine Dion and Toni Braxton. Yeah. And the first three, they were all sopranos. Toni Braxton was a low singer. It was like, I had to teach these girls how to sing this high. So, but again, just taking it back, sing in some different keys. So sing some lower songs, sing some medium songs, sing some high songs. See what you feel that you like the best, what feels best, what makes you feel best. Go with that range, because even just then when I've gone with those four divas that were huge in the 90s, Celine Dion and Mariah Carey were true sopranos.
Yes, definitely.
I thought that Whitney Houston was an alto, but she used a lot of falsetto a lot. And Toni Braxton was a straight out contralto. She was very low. So it was great to work with those. So try that. Sing in some different keys. See what you feel. It's got to feel good. Yeah. Singing's got to feel good. That's really the main thing with that. So try a couple of different genres. Try a couple of different keys. Yeah. Keep it fun.
I think as well, like when I play solo, when I'm out playing and singing on my own, I'll always want to gravitate to the ones where I feel comfortable singing, where I don't have to think too much. Yeah. Where I feel like I can put more into the actual feel of each song. Yeah. So if I'm thinking too much about going high here or doing this, I lose the spirit of what the performer aspect of it is. And, so I'm doing more and more stuff just in my natural baritone range. Yeah. And just enjoying it a lot more. And going with the flow. So if I play a set, if I'm not energized at the start, I'll start with the slightly slower ones and then bump up the speed a little bit and the range. Yep. And by the second set, I'm belting it out a little bit more and my energy's up a bit more and I'm like, yeah, let's go for it. And then, wherever I need to go. So I always have a good mix of different ones. Yep. Ones where I'm sort of like, when I'm doing this song, I'm on fire. And and I enjoy them more a lot like that too. I think rather than singing everything in the one bandwidth, like I see a lot of people when they play acoustically.
Like you were telling me that, we won't mention any names.
No. It was more cover artists, like people that play gigs.
Yeah, we were talking about someone today. But we're not going to mention their name because they're famous.
Yeah, no, but it's more like you put a capo on any song or take it off to suit your range on the songs. So they're changing the key of each song, which is fine to do it. But it just makes, as a listener, that's where it gets tricky because like if you want to express yourself properly, you want to stay in that pocket sometimes. Yep. But then as a listener, it can get a bit monotonous if you're playing a gig. Yep. So you got to find that line where it's like, how can you express the essence of the song, how it was written without changing the key and making it easy for myself.
Yep.
So yeah, it's tricky, but fun to do.
Yeah, I also think that, your voice is I nearly look at it as like a car. I classify it like a car. So, sometimes it's invigorating to sing high. I know we've had some singing lessons. You walk there, you go, wow, that was great singing high, man. That was like, wow, amazing, So, and that's like...
That was fun.
That's like, taking the car really fast and really dangerous. Because if something happens when you're singing up high, it's ugly. Do you know what I mean? And that's like when you're driving a car, driving it fast.
Yeah.
That's when you're going to, if you crack and brake. But it's good to go through those chicanes, apex to apex with the car, and do those different things, and do those runs, and do something with your voice and have fun with it.
Yeah. I guess you wouldn't want to be sticking in the same thing. I mean, for me anyway, I find I have a lot more fun, and I feel better when I'm mixing it up a little bit, but not focusing too much on areas where I'm not my natural voice. So that's just, I guess, being aware of my own range, which is what you were saying.
Yep.
And just accepting it and going, how am I going to get the best out of this song?
Yep.
So yeah, every song is a case-to-case basis. Yeah.
It is.
So that's covers though. I guess it's different when you're writing, because when you're writing, you write to more suit yourself.
Exactly. That's the benefit of writing. So you can write to suit your voice, your style, and what you like. Yeah. And that's the freedom of being an original artist. It's like painting your own painting for the first time.
Yes.
My dad's an artist, and I'm awful at that. He's exceptional. But that'd be great to take some art lessons and say, okay, now I'm going to do something.
Yeah.
I want to see what it's like. So.
Oh, that's good.
Ryan, is there anything that you want to add to this?
I guess for people listening and watching as well, it's a journey. So
it is. You've got to have patience. Patience is a very big thing as well too.
Yeah, and if you can't get frustrated, and if you have your heart set or your mind set on doing a specific thing, you can achieve it. As long as you view it as a journey, and you're not viewing it as like, I want this done now. You've got to. I think you have to view, and I'm almost 41 almost, and I find like my voice is constantly changing and in different areas. So just view learning to sing your own voice, find your own voice by viewing it more like a journey, and just along the way choose songs that you feel like you can express and sing really well, and then grow from there, and then open it up as you go. Like I guess a lot of bands would do the same thing, like Daniel John's first album, and then the second album changed.
We're talking Silverchair
and Silverchair, sorry, and then by the fourth album he was using way more technique, different
falsetto, higher cries.
Yeah, so
we've noticed that. We were talking about Mike Patton from Faith No More, but you see a lot of artists. I did that personally myself with the Beatles. I thought did that in a very short block, but Bono from U2 was a big one where I really seen his voice grow.
Yeah,
from the Boy in the War album to the Unforgettable Fire album, and then the Josh Trio was like, whoa.
Yeah, that album, that was probably one of the
big changes in the voices. Stevie Wonder was a big one as well too.
Yeah,
where he just sort of sung down low in his early Motown years, and then he could sing up really high.
Yeah.
So Johnny Farnham.
Yeah.
Sadie, and then the height. So I think the same thing is, that's a really good point. Have patience. Yeah. It's not going to come overnight. Remember, your voice is a muscle, so it needs to be strengthened. You want to use it most days.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm happy to sing. So I will just reiterate the points. Find a genre that you like. Find keys or areas in your voice that you like to sing, you feel comfortable in. Start with those firstly, and then expand from there. Start to do different genres and bigger songs and different parts of your voice. Use your falsetto of your voice. It's a beautiful part, nobody said it was easy. It's a great thing to go in and out of that falsetto there like that. So, or whatever it might be.
And also, I know a lot of students of mine have said this as well, and I agree with it as well, because lyrics that express, so songs that have lyrics that express something that you care about deeply. That's important too, because then when you sing those words, you're actually connecting with the message a lot more.
Yes.
And how you sing it. So
Exactly.
There's a bit of that as well, I guess, that you would put into it.
Yeah, you want to connect with the
As a
song. You want to
performer.
feel the song. That's what I'm saying. You need a
Yeah.
genre that you like first,
Yeah.
because then you're going to like doing it.
Yes.
So then, yeah, lyrics are important. You want to
Yeah.
connect and feel the song.
Yeah. So that was the main thing from that one I was going to add.
Excellent.
Yeah.
All right. Well, look, we'll wrap things up. So just to reiterate, then, pick a genre, and pick some keys and sing in some different keys.
Yes.
Make sure that it's
Yes.
fun. Do it most days.
Yes.
Have patience, and then expand your horizons from there.
Yeah, and make sure you have fun and feel good when you do it.
Yeah.
At the end as well.
If you have any questions, please always put them in the comments below, and we'll be more than welcome to get back to any questions. So please put them in there, and if you've got a great question, we will make a segment for you. But we're signing off now for video podcast number 25.
Woo!
Thanks for coming in, Ryan.
Yeah.
Really appreciate it.
Woo!
And we'll see you next week on the Vox Singing Academy video podcast. Much love. Bye-bye.